Alright, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys. And today, we're going to be doing my full review on the Skullcandy Hesh 2 Bluetooth headphones. But real quick, before we get into this, I just want to cover some of the stuff that came with the headphones. First, we'll do that one. We'll get to that. Let's talk about this user manual. Now, it's a really good user manual here. It's kind of set up awkwardly, but it's really good. You got detailed instructions on how to set up and use the headphones. It does come in multiple languages. So there's that. And then here's this. So I really enjoyed that user manual. It's laid out quite nicely. Just had to cover that because y'all know some of the other headphones I reviewed, they had trashy user manuals and you pretty much had to figure stuff out for yourself. This one's solid. Now, moving on, let me throw that off to the side. Let's talk about this carrying pouch that the headphones came with. Really nice carrying pouch. It's very bulky because the headphones don't fold, but it's very solid. It's made out of very strong material, and they got their little Skullcandy branding right there. It's nice. Still, it's very bulky, so I don't really use it that much. But if I want to give the headphones just a little bit of protection, then it's there. It's also hard to take the headphones in and out of this thing, but it is what it is. So let's toss that off to the side. So, moving on, let's then talk about the aux cable. Really nice aux cable. Now, it's really nice material and it's labeled, so you can't really mix it up. And it comes with a built-in mic. So if you're tired of using Bluetooth, but you still need to take a phone call or whatever, or your Bluetooth dies, you still have that built-in mic, so you can still do phone calls and voice commands. So that's really nice. And it really is a decent length. And I must say I got a lot of use out of this, out of the time that I've been reviewing these headphones. So that's nice. Let's throw that off to the side. Now, this brings us to the charging cables. Now, these are just your standard micro USB to USB charging cables, but it's really nice. And I have a whole bunch of these now because I've reviewed about a whole bunch of headphones. I have a whole bunch of these laying around. I did lose a lot, but I still have 3 good solid ones that I like to use. So, really solid there. That works really nice. I wish it was longer, and I have a little gripe with this, but I'm going to cover that later on. So moving on. Throw that off to the side. Now, I have a few phones here, but I'm gonna get to that in a second. So let's slide these off real fast. Now, let's talk about the headphones themselves, and let's talk about the build quality and design. So, build quality wise, it's not the best material, but it's nice. And it works as it's supposed to. And it's actually very comfortable to wear for extended periods of time. And you got these nice control buttons here. So you got volume, up and down, and power. This also doubles as your pairing button if you hold it down. Then you have the plug for your auxiliary jack. So you could do it wirelessly or wired, it's up to you. And it's really made well. When you have these on, they fit quite comfortably and it really works. So that's that. And then this is a little nice touch, but each air cup is labeled and branded, so you know which size which. That's pretty cool. And it's fully adjustable, so you should be able to get it to fit any size head. And I must say it's very firm, which is what I like. And there's no creaking or bending involved at all. What you hear is just my table flexing here every time I hit it too hard. Now, moving on, let's talk about some of the core features in this guy. So you have a built-in mic for phone calls, and it's completely Bluetooth, so you can go completely cableless here. You can do voice commands, all of that good stuff. And the thing I really enjoy about this is it's completely wireless. I hate when you get snagged on any type of cables or whatever, especially when you go into the gym. That's like the worst place ever to be walking around with wired headphones, because you know you in a groove, you hopping on and off of machines, and your headphones are bound to get snagged. And I killed many wired headphones that way. So it's the wirelessness is a really good feature, and the calling features and other voice functions are really nice. Now, moving right along, let's talk about the speaker and the volume quality in this guy. Now, sound-wise, these get just loud enough. I understand why they didn't make it loud and overbearing, because they wanted to go for that really balanced sound. And as always, you can always crank these to the max and then turn it up more on your phone. But sound wise, it's gonna get loud, but it's not gonna get overbearingly loud, and it's not gonna get very bassy, but it's gonna have a nice balanced sound to it. And I must say, that was really nice, and I found myself wearing these for very long, extended periods of time. And I'm gonna tell you, I actually had to charge these once already, because I went over that 15-hour cap, and they really do last 15 hours, I must say. But we're gonna cover that more in the battery section here a little bit later on. Now, moving on, let's talk about the mic quality here. Now, I did a lot of phone calls with this guy. It's been a very busy week or so, just over a week. So I did a lot of phone calls with this guy, and honestly, I was very pleased. Nobody could tell on the other end that I was actually using Bluetooth. And that's very surprising for me, because you know, when you're on a phone call, sometimes people hit you with that, oh, you echoey, or you hollow. You have me on speakerphone, am I on Bluetooth? Well, with these guys, I can happily say no one knew the difference. So that's pretty cool. And the mic quality was really good. So that's that. Now, moving on, let's talk about some of the pairing steps to pair this guy. So you do get voice prompts. So when you power it on, just power it on and hold it down. And then it's going to flash when it's ready to pair. Yep. And then you just find it on your device here. Any one of these will work. Now it's already set up, but you just turn on your Bluetooth and you find it. Now I tested it on this Windows phone here. It worked perfectly. I tested it on this Android phone, this Blue Energy, and it also worked perfectly. So now I don't have any iOS devices just yet, so I couldn't really test it on that. But in terms of Android and Windows, it paired up perfectly, no problems. You just turn on the Bluetooth on your phone, put it into pairing mode, then you turn on the Bluetooth on this guy, put that into pairing mode. When it usually flashes red and blue, that means it's searching right now. Then it should pop up on your phone and say Hesh 2. Then you pair it, pairs up in seconds, and you're good to go. You listen to music, take voice calls, do voice commands, whatever. So that was actually solid here. The pairing steps is quite easy, and I was quite pleased. Didn't have any issues with that. Now, let me power these off real quick. I'm trying to save that battery. And then that's how you power it off. Now, let's talk about the Bluetooth itself and the range and the strength. So, range-wise, they didn't really say, but I've managed to stretch it to just outside of my apartment, so, and I didn't get any crackling or any disconnects, because you know sometimes when you stretch it and it's about to be out of range, the signal drops, and then it's kind of like your music skips for a minute, but it didn't really skip. Didn't have any issues like that. It ran very smoothly, and like I said, I was able to leave whatever device I was paired to. I was able to leave it in my room and go completely outside of my apartment and, you know, still have connection. So the range is actually quite good, and the strength is really quite good as well, because like I said, I had no disconnects or no poppiness. But yeah, so let's move on. Now let's talk about the durability, because I did drop this guy by accident, but it was in a bag, so it survived. But durability wise, I think it'll be okay, because it's made out of a pretty tough material. Now, it's a lot of plastic, but it's very rigid plastic. So I think if you have a few accidental drops, you'll be okay. Now, this, I'm not too comfortable about this, because this side doesn't reform too well, but it is what it is. It works perfectly, and durability wise, I say you're not going to have any issues with this, and I do believe this is going to last me for a really long time, because y'all know, because I've said it before, I'm really a big fan of over-the-ear headphones. So if I had a preference, I'd probably go over the ear. Now, I know some of y'all may say, well, you don't really want to be rocking over-the-ear headphones like that in public. Sometimes it makes you look a little strange. To be honest with you, I really don't care how I look. I really don't care what people think of me. I just want to be comfortable and enjoy my music and, you know, get on about my day. If I look weird, it's okay, I look weird. If people think I look funny, well, I'm happy I made you laugh. It's good to make everybody laugh at least once. At least you know you affected somebody's day in a positive way. You keep it moving. So, yes, I really enjoy over-the-ear headphones. Yes, it looks a little strange. Am I cool with that? Yes. Now, moving on, let's talk about the charge times and the battery life in this guy. Now, on the box, it says that you're going to get 15 hours of continuous streaming, and I must say, the box is pretty much spot on with that. I used these for just over a week, about 8 days, and the first time I had to charge them was probably yesterday night. And I must say, they charged fairly quickly using the standard cables there, just hooked up to my computer. It charged in about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and I think that's what's in the user manual, so I was quite surprised. I thought it would be a little faster, but it was actually quite spot on. And now, there is, however, one little issue I had with charging it. Now, the placement of where they put the charger is a little weird. It's behind this air cup. Now, you could have a little issue getting the cable in there. Let's say, for instance, you were tired, coming home from doing something one day, and, you know, you just want to plug it up real quick. That's kind of an awkward placement, and I did have to struggle a little bit trying to get it plugged in to charge. But, you know, that's just one gripe. Do I wish they would have put it in a different spot? Yes, because I have other Bluetooth headphones, like my Lot Fancies, and they're put on the bottom. It's nice and accessible, and it's easy to get to. But I understand they probably was going for that stylish look, so it's better to have it hidden away, so they put it there. But that does make it a little difficult when it's time to charge. But that's the only real gripe I have with that. Alright, so overall, because, you know, I used it straight through for a week, about 2 hours a day, so it really did last the 15 hours, so that was nice. Didn't have any issues with that. Now, moving on here. I think I just about covered everything. So let me just wrap this up. Oh yeah, I didn't cover that. So, well, I kind of did. So, let me just put this into perspective for you before I wrap this up. Let's put into perspective the positives and the negatives of this guy. Now, some positives. You got a great design here. It looks quite good. It's very durable. The battery is long lasting. You also have the auxiliary cord that you could charge in and use it like a wired headphones. You have the built-in mic, so you can take voice calls and do voice commands. All that good stuff. Now, and it charges quite quickly. The 1.5 hours is actually spot on, and that's pretty good for headphones of this caliber. Now, some negatives. Pretty much the only negative I could have is that, one, the air cups don't completely reform. That's kind of being nitpicky. And two, the charging port location is in kind of an awkward spot. But that's kind of small stuff. Overall, as a whole, I would say that these headphones are pretty solid. So now, let's get to the last part of the review here. Let's talk about the price. Now, as I said in the unboxing, this was a gift from my nephew, so I didn't pay anything for this. This was free. Well, after doing a little bit of research, because y'all know me, I'm research king. I like to find them good deals. After doing a little bit of research, you can pick these up in 3 different colors. You have all black, you have green and white, then you have camo. And it ranges from anywhere from about $56 to $100. I'll put the links in the video description. So, all in all, I would have to say, for $100, these are some really solid headphones. And if you use the apps that I use, so y'all can get those discounts after running them, you're actually going to end up getting this for quite a steal. And I must say, since this was bought around Black Friday time, I think it was on sale for about $56. So that was pretty cool. And that's just another testament to go and show everybody that the deals are out there if you're willing to look for them. But all in all, for a $100 pair of headphones, I would say I am quite happy with these. And this is probably one of the best Christmas presents I could have gotten. Early Christmas presents I could have gotten. For, kind of an average user tech guy like myself. And I happen to really enjoy these over-the-air headphones. So, these are really solid pair of headphones. And I think if you pick them up, you're really going to enjoy them. Granted, they're not as bass heavy, but it's a nice balanced sound. And at the end of the day, that's all you really need. And the air cups themselves are actually very comfortable for extended listening. So, once again, I'm kind of getting repetitive. These are very solid. Now, I think that pretty much wraps up the review. Sorry if it was a little long. I kind of really wanted to cover everything, so you would know if you pick these up exactly what you're getting into. But keep in mind, everybody's usage may vary. So, if y'all enjoyed the video and you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, when it becomes available, please be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. You get notified as soon as the next video comes out. And I do have a lot of videos to come, guys. Still trying to hustle up some funds, but I still have the Blue Studio review here to do. I'm almost finished. I'm about to get ready to wrap that up soon, maybe another week or so. It's a big phone, it's a big battery, it takes a lot of time. And yeah, I have a lot of other stuff lined up and some pretty good stuff that's coming soon that I'm going to be very excited to review for you guys. It's a little older, but it's new to me, so I'm going to be very excited to review it for you guys. Now, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help your boy out. You don't know how much. And if you know anybody that's looking for quality deals at quality prices, please go ahead and share my channel with them. Because this is for everybody. Everybody deserves a good deal. And, I'm sure everybody doesn't have a ton of money to spend on these things, but we still want the best. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Get back to reviewing the Blue Studio. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. You guys have a good day. Peace.